doing another video, and I'm excited to be here with my good friend and realtor partner, Wei Song from WPI Real Estate. We are going to talk about first-time home buyers and the importance of buying your home. No matter how small or large it is, buying the home is the most important thing. And one of the stories I always remember back, Wei, was when I was just graduated from my master's degree, and I think I was about 26 years old at that time, but I bought my first home. It was my parents' home, and at the time, I didn't really think anything of it. I just thought it was just a home for me to decorate and hang out, have dinner parties. But I realized later on that that was where I made most of my money from the equity. So what ended up happening is I took the equity from that home, and I bought this back in 2006. So it was $260,000. I did 5% down, so that was like 13,000 or so that I did down. And from there, I gained so much equity with that property. I ended up buying another 2 rental properties with those properties. And those rental properties then each gained about 300 grand in equity. And now that first home I bought, I don't have that home anymore because I sold it to my brother, but he recently got it, told me that it was appraised at around 750,000. Just because of that one home, I was able to build my wealth and roll it out into additional rental properties, which then grew my rental portfolio. And now I have 25 doors and I have apartment buildings as well. So I wouldn't have been able to have what I have right now if it wasn't for that first step and buying that first rental property.
Wow, that's quite an inspiring story. I could share with you my story as well. Buying first-time home was super scary, right? From renting, I remember I was having this studio in Belltown, paying only, maybe $1,600 a month, to looking into buying and realize, holy crap, my mortgage payment is gonna be $2,800, and this is like over 10 years ago, and it was the scariest thing ever. And not to even mention when you bought 10 years before me, right? And now prices double, tripled. So when I was buying, I had to come up with a lot more money, and I'm sure a lot of young people who are started to feel the same way. They bought it at 300, now I have to pay 800, right? I guess I was talking to a banker back then, and my loan officer, as much as I was scared, he also shared with me, hey, start early. It's like getting a train ride, right? The people who already got onto that train, their ticket was cheaper, but get on as early as possible. So I did that. First 2-3 years, have to sacrifice, go on to vacation a lot less and buy less shoes and purse. But I can tell you that it definitely is worth it. That equity will slowly be built, and real estate investment is always the safest. Even with this type of market, I know the interest rate is really high right now, but don't be scared. There's always a way to make it happen. Talk to an amazing lender, and they will always educate you, tell you about the process, and there might be a lot of programs out there that, like the 5% down, right? A lot of people thinking, you have to do 20%. That's not always the case.
Yeah, and so we also have different strategies as well with the interest rates. There's several programs that buyers can use. One is the 2-1 buy down, where the interest rates, you buy it down if you have seller concessions, can be lower for the first 2 years. And then after that, it goes back to the normal fixed rate. But by then, a lot of people are predicting that interest rates will be going down anyway. People will refinance by then. They say, marry the house and date the rate. And I think that's so true, because back when the interest rates were low, there were bidding wars. People were going 100, 150 grand over asking. They were waiving appraisal gap. They were waiving contingencies. And so if you look at the overall picture, they're losing 150, 200 grand more, whereas if you're paying 1 or 2 more % interest rate, that's only a couple grand a year, which you can then refinance later on. And now you've got this amazing home, the home that you want, at an amazing interest rate later on that you can refinance into later on. So I always tell people to buy now. Don't be scared because of the interest rates, because really this is the opportunity to purchase homes right now where there's no bidding wars and less competition. So you're getting the house that you want, and later on you can refinance. That's easily changeable.
That is so true. I could share with you that sometimes if you look into it, you will realize, as soon as you buy that home, you are earning potential equity right away, because the same house or similar house in the same neighborhood, we're selling $200,000, 200,000 over asking more than what you're buying it for now. Yes, your interest, rate is higher, your monthly payment is a little bit more, but just think of, hey, maybe 2-3 years from now, right? Market will come back up, and whatever you're paying extra, it will trade off. You'll earn like 200,000-300,000 right away after that. So
yeah. So wait, I know that you work with a lot of first-time home buyers and also those that are interested in investing or upgrading their homes. What does the process look like for you when you're working with the first-time home buyers, and what are some of the do's or don'ts that you want to share with us?
I love my first-time home buyers. I'm super duper patient, and I'm always about like telling them about it, right? Like I educate them. I tell them how it is, give them the A to Z of how buying a home is like. So first thing first, when I meet them, is to invite them to this 2 hours first-time home buyer consultation. We'll go through the process, what is escrow, what is title, all fun things, and at the same time get to know them, because your lifestyle is also really important, right? A condo could be for you, or a single family house, right? I really have to get to know you and find the perfect fit. At the same time, introduce them to a lender, let them know, hey, that number breakdown is gonna look like this, your monthly payment versus your rental, right? Kind of tell them to do your homework, right? Do shop for like rate.
Lending side, we tell people like don't take out any new debts, because you want to make sure that your mortgage loan is secured, and if you start taking out new debts, now you've changed the scenario. So we tell people to keep things the same if possible. Make sure you don't change jobs. Make sure that you're not going from a W-2 job to a commission-only job now,
right.
Because those things can affect your lending status. The other thing I see is I tell people to stay in town if you know you're going to buy a house. Like don't go travel, don't travel internationally where we can't reach you. We need to be able to close on that house and get you your dream home. So
right, and then I guess I also want to tell first-time home buyers to think long-term, make the plan, right? Not just looking at, oh, my monthly payment is this much more than my rent right now. If you keep on thinking of that, it'll be harder for you to pull trigger. But do focus on the growth potentials, like if it's in a good location, good school, the convenience, maybe there's a light rail coming up. Focus on the potential that maybe 5 to 10 years later, because that property is always going to appreciate.
yeah, and I always tell people too that they need to look at the big picture. So don't just compare the rents and say, oh, interest rates are high, the rents, are too high and so forth. But think about all the benefits that you're going to get with that home. You're going to gain all that equity and appreciation. You're also going to be able to get depreciation from it. So let's say if you're buying an investment property, you can claim depreciation on that property, and then you're also collecting cash flow, right? So the cash flow is coming into your bank account every month as well. So you're saving all this money in different forms. So just don't think about the little things, but look at the big picture, and that there's so many benefits to buying real estate and investing in real estate.
Exactly. And another topic I want to mention is, on a national average, people actually buy wholesale every 5 to 8 years, right? People move, people life change, and when you sell your first home, your primary home, that appreciation as a single person up to $250,000 is tax-free. As a married couple, $500,000 tax-free. So you can roll that into your next home. You can roll that into another investment property. But think of all that equity that you made is tax-free.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more videos. We're going to be putting these videos out. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you need help to get qualified for a home or just have any questions, contact me or Wei, and we'll make sure to help you and take care of you.